Hey, wanted to knock out this tipping point post show. It was me and Gunnar Miller talking about what wrestling needs to do to adapt to the new situation that we've got and what they need to do to get back. Something interesting that Larry texted Gunnar and I. Gunnar reads his text. I don't during the show because I'm on my phone, but that was interesting that that Raw got 2.1 million viewers. It doesn't sound that bad. It's down 29% from last year. It's probably the lowest post-WrestleMania Raw that they've ever done. So clearly, even though WrestleMania by most was considered a success for what it was, it didn't translate because Raw is about that live crowd experience, and people clearly weren't interested in the product that they were putting out, even post what was considered a successful WrestleMania. Gunnar, I thought, just had great insights all night. The two of us bantered back and forth about this idea of star, but the conclusions that we came up with were, I think the things that we were in total agreement on is, where are the stars? Because without stars, no matter what you do, even if you take a more cinematic approach, which clearly they're going to have to do, right? None of it works without star power. None of it works without deep history. None of it works without audience connection. And these are the weaknesses of the newer wrestlers. So wrestlers, in particular, who are listening to this, you've got to connect. And it has nothing to do with work rate. Especially if you don't have a live crowd watching you. How can you connect? My contention is that the writing / meaning booking has to be phenomenal. It has to be better than it has ever been. And I don't see it in the WWE. I see potential in AEW, but I don't really see it there either. Who are the visionary thinkers who are going to be able to connect audiences to a product that they are not watching live? It's an incredibly big challenge, and it's going to require a lot of failure, a lot of trying things, because what wrestling is competing with now, AEW and WWE and frankly NWA and Ring of Honor and Impact and all the rest of the groups and MLW and all the groups that would be king have to realize is this: your competition are not other wrestling groups. Your competition is every other medium which we are flooded with and we are sitting at home with every day. It's a huge challenge. And I thank Gunnar Miller for coming on with me and us having this very difficult but ultimately very beneficial discussion. And I think everybody needs to start moving their minds in that direction. What are you doing right now that can set a foundation for getting crowds back to your show? Because for everybody, the threads have been cut. Whatever angles you were doing, people don't remember them or care about them anymore. But sometimes the ability to hit the reset button can be a huge asset if it is done correctly. Anyway, thanks to Gunnar Miller. Thanks for Larry for producing that and letting Gunnar Miller and I hash it out and do our thing. We'll be back with Tipping Point in a couple of weeks. Leave comments below if you wish, or contact me any way that you want. I'm Stephen Black.